Have you ever looked back and wished you'd made different choices? As the years go by, the decisions we make can either help us create a happy, meaningful life or slowly take away from our health, relationships, and peace of mind. Some mistakes feel small in the moment, but over time, they can lead to loneliness, money troubles, or health problems that could have been avoided. In this video, we're breaking down 5 of the most common mistakes older adults make that can quietly hurt their quality of life. A few of these might surprise you because they tend to happen gradually, so you might not even notice the damage until much later. But once you know the signs, you can take action, avoid unnecessary regrets, and make choices that set you up for a better future. Stick with me until the end, because this isn't just about avoiding mistakes. It's about making sure your later years are filled with joy, purpose, and good health. We'll go step by step through what these mistakes are, why they happen, and how you can steer clear of them. Let's dive in. Mistake number 1, neglecting your physical health. One of the biggest ways people harm their well-being later in life is by letting their physical health slide. It often starts small, skipping a walk here, grabbing fast food instead of cooking, or brushing off aches and pains. Over time, these habits pile up. Many assume feeling slower or weaker is just part of aging, but that's not the whole truth. A lot of the decline we see comes from being less active, eating poorly, and ignoring early warning signs. If you've ever noticed stiffness after sitting or felt less steady on your feet, your body is sending you a message. Movement matters at any age. The less you move, the harder everyday tasks become. Weak muscles and poor balance raise your risk of falls. And one serious fall can change your life dramatically. Take Frank, for example. At 75, he thought of himself as healthy, but began skipping his daily walks. Months later, standing for more than a few minutes tired him out, and his knees ached. By the time he tried to get active again, he'd lost a lot of strength. It took him months to rebuild, and he often wished he'd kept going in the first place. Another common problem? Nutrition. Many seniors eat less and assume they don't need as many nutrients. But the opposite can be true. You may need more protein, calcium, and fiber to keep muscles strong, bones healthy, and digestion working well. And don't forget regular checkups. Skipping doctor visits until something feels serious can mean missing the early signs of issues like high blood pressure, cholesterol problems, or bone loss, things that are much easier to manage if caught early. The good news is it's never too late to start. Adding just 15 minutes of walking a day, doing light strength training, swapping processed snacks for fresh foods, and scheduling routine health checks can make a big difference. Mistake number 2, pulling away from friends and family. Withdrawing from social connections might feel harmless at first, skipping a few gatherings, making fewer calls, but it can quietly lead to loneliness, depression, and even faster mental and physical decline. Staying socially connected isn't just about having company, it's about feeling purposeful, engaged, and emotionally supported. Research shows loneliness can harm your health as much as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It raises your risk of heart disease, weakens your immune system, and may even speed up memory loss. Take Martha, 77, who gradually stopped reaching out to friends because she thought they were too busy. Weeks turned into months, and soon she spent most days alone. Her mood dropped, her energy faded, and she lost interest in hobbies. But when she began calling friends, joining a community group, and inviting her grandchildren over, she felt like herself again, more alert, happier, and more energetic. It's important not to rely solely on family for interaction. Friends, neighbors, and community members bring variety and richness to life. Technology can help too. Video calls, simple messaging apps, and social media can make staying connected easier even when in-person visits aren't possible. Mistake number 3, refusing to adapt to change. Resisting change, whether in technology, daily habits, or relationships, can make life harder and more isolating. After decades of living a certain way, it's tempting to stick with the familiar, but the world won't stop moving forward. Many older adults avoid technology, thinking it's only for younger people. but these tools can make life easier and safer. Online banking, grocery delivery, and video calls aren't just conveniences. They're becoming essential. Take Leonard, 79, who clung to his flip phone for years. Over time, he missed group messages from family, couldn't access certain services, and struggled with tasks that could have been done in minutes online. When he finally upgraded and learned the basics, he discovered video chats with his grandkids, easy online shopping, and even ways to save money. Refusing to adapt isn't just about tech. It can mean ignoring updated health advice, sticking to unsafe home setups, or dismissing newer, better solutions. Relationships change too, and understanding different communication styles across generations can keep families close. Being open to change doesn't mean losing your identity. It means staying flexible enough to keep moving forward. The more you embrace learning and adapting, the more connected, capable, and fulfilled you'll feel. Number 4. Poor financial planning. One of the most damaging mistakes older adults make is failing to handle their money with care. It's easy to think finances matter less once you're retired, especially if you have savings or a pension. But without proper planning, overspending, ignoring future costs, or skipping emergency funds can turn golden years into a time of stress and dependence. Many retirees believe their money will last, only to realize that medical bills, inflation, and surprise expenses eat away at it faster than expected. It's not just about how much you have, it's about making sure it lasts. Even those who are comfortable in midlife can find themselves short if they don't adjust their spending to fit retirement realities. Take Gerald, for instance. At 73, he enjoyed traveling, treating his grandkids, and eating out often. He assumed his nest egg would easily cover it all. But by his late 70s, rising medical costs and unplanned home repairs drained his funds. Without a plan for long-term care, he had to rely on his children for help, something he'd hoped to avoid. Had he paced his spending and budgeted carefully earlier, he could have maintained his independence. Another oversight is thinking financial planning ends once the job does. Money management is lifelong, and even in later years, smart budgeting, monitoring healthcare costs, and preparing for long-term care can make a big difference. Scams are another threat. Many seniors, raised in a more trusting era, are prime targets for phone, email, and online fraud. Con artists often pose as financial advisors or even family members in need. Learning to spot scams, avoiding unverified offers, and getting a trusted relative or financial pro to review big decisions can protect your savings. Financial security in retirement isn't about being rich, it's about being smart. A realistic budget, careful spending, and forward planning can stretch resources for years. It's never too late to make adjustments, and even small changes now can mean the difference between peace of mind and financial hardship later. If you're still with us and this is resonating, drop a number 4 in the comments. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss our content. Let's keep going. Number 5. Letting mental growth and purpose fade. A mistake that quietly erodes quality of life in later years is giving up on learning and losing a sense of purpose. Some retirees think their days of personal growth, setting goals, or contributing to the community are behind them. In reality, having something to look forward to, a project, a hobby, or a cause, can keep the mind sharp, the heart full, and the body healthier. Too many assume mental decline is unavoidable. While the brain does change with age, it can keep learning and building new connections at any stage. The real danger is inactivity. Without mental challenges like reading, puzzles, or mastering new skills, the mind slows down. Studies show lifelong learners are far less likely to face rapid cognitive decline. Consider Marlene, age 69. Once an energetic, curious person, she fell into a rut after retiring, watching TV most of the day and thinking her best years were gone. She noticed her memory slipping and her enthusiasm fading. Then she signed up for a pottery workshop at a local center. Within weeks, she felt energized. Her focus improved, and she gained new friends along the way. Another problem is not finding a reason to get out of bed. Many have spent decades working or raising families, only to feel aimless when those roles end. Without purpose, boredom and depression creep in, but purpose can be found anywhere. Mentoring, gardening, volunteering, or starting a creative project. Fear of failure holds some people back. But age is irrelevant when it comes to learning. Many have launched new ventures, learned instruments, or traveled for the first time well into their 80s and 90s. Growth ends only when you stop trying. Keeping the brain active and holding on to a sense of mission doesn't just lift your mood. It supports longer life, better thinking, and even stronger health. Those who challenge themselves, stay curious, and share their experience with others often enjoy richer, more satisfying years. No matter your age, your life still holds meaning. Keep your eyes forward, keep learning, and never believe the best is behind you. Now that we've covered these 5 mistakes, think about which ones might apply to you or someone close to you. Small changes like moving more, eating well, staying connected, and planning ahead can make a big difference in your later years. Your choices today shape your tomorrow. Share in the comments one step you'll take after watching this. And if you found this helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.